Hello, I'm Lee Rigby with another segment of In Search Of. Today I'm standing in the middle of the University of Northern Iowa campus, an ordinarily quiet campus somewhere in the middle of Heartland, USA. But this seemingly quiet campus is a campus gripped with fear. Fear of the beast which has claimed 7 students' lives in the past month, the beast they call Bigshoe. And today I'll go in search of the Bigshoe monster, which may strike again at any moment. He's out there. Somewhere. It was here exactly 3 weeks ago that the creature first struck. No warning of the fatal attack, no clues to go on, except this. A very large red tennis shoe left behind at the scene by the beast. Yes, this single clue was all the experts had to go on. And the foremost of the experts is this crusty character, Steve Moravets. Though he makes his living raising chinchillas, he has become a folk hero of sorts through his hobby of tracking Bigshoe monsters. After successfully tracking down and destroying Bigshoe monsters at Harvard and Stanford universities, Moravets was named to head the Bigshoe Tracking Bureau in Washington. And following 3 Bigshoe attacks on the UNI campus, Moravets was summoned to Cedar Falls. His methods are unorthodox, his motives unknown. But his dedicated efforts to find this beast are unquestioned. I asked Moravets what makes him tick.
Well, a good breakfast is important. I like to get up and have a bowl of Lucky Charms and a tall glass of orange juice.
But what is it that drives you? Why do you search for this godless beast like a man possessed?
Well, it's a little bit of a change of a pace from my normal job, Lee. I normally raise chinchillas and dabble in the stock market, but those chinchillas they're wimps, you know, and this gives me a excitement, drama, adventure, like on TV, you know.
You've graciously agreed to cooperate with In Search Of and show us your tracking technique.
Okay, well, it's very simple. Excuse me. Shoo-wee, shoo-wee, shoo-wee.
If we didn't imply it earlier, we will now. Moravets gives the outer appearance of being a hapless, brainless, half-crazed imbecile, yet his success rate in tracking Bigshoe monsters would tend to suggest otherwise. So what is our verdict? An imbecile? Yes. Hapless and brainless? Sure. But half-crazed? Never. He's at least 3/4. No student on this campus is safe from Bigshoe, and that was dramatically proven when the beast plucked his 4th victim from here, the UNI track. An ordinary jogger, broad daylight, eaten alive. And again, the only clue, a shoe from the foot of the beast. To those who saw that morbid monster meal, well, they'll never forget the terror. Tell me about when you saw Bigshoe.
Well, I was out jogging this morning, as usual, and suddenly this big hairy thing that was wearing only these large red sneakers appeared on the track. Well, I was suspicious because I hadn't seen him out there jogging before. And then I was even more suspicious when he ate that woman's left arm.
Well, I'm originally from Texas where everything is big, but this sucker was just huge.
You were jogging when you saw Bigshoe?
Right, I was jogging when this thing just whizzed by me. You know, I thought it was some kind of Iowa farm animal or something.
Yeah, I saw him. He was big and hairy. He didn't have a jogging suit on, just red shoes.
Does this incident make you scared?
Yes, it does. I've known this campus a long time. It's a beautiful campus. Now, all of a sudden, I just don't feel safe.
So the big question is, what is the university doing about the Bigshoe problem? I put that question to UNI Vice President Thomas Hansmeyer.
The administration is very aware of the Bigshoe problem. Right now, we're trying to solve this problem so that all of us can concentrate on the main business of the university, which is education.
Dr. Hansmeyer, some have complained about the bureaucratic red tape in this case. What steps does one follow if he or she has seen Big Shoe?
Well, I don't think there's any bureaucratic red tape. Anyone who sees Big Shoe should go to the office of the registrar, obtain Form B100 by showing a copy of the ID and the current registration, and then fill out that Form B100, in triplicate, of course. It's all very simple.
Is the UNI security force involved in this investigation?
The University Security Office is very much involved in this case. Currently, one of our best officers is assigned to the case exclusively. We expect to get results.
This is UNI Security Officer Rip Mangle, the lone man assigned to the Big Shoe case. We kept Officer Mangle under surveillance for 3 days, and during that time, his only activity was the writing of 337 parking tickets. Although Officer Mangle would not talk to us on camera, we asked him what exactly he was doing about the Big Shoe case. His reply, "I'm thinking about the case real hard," he said. Meanwhile, Steve Moravets continues his personal search. I asked Moravets why the Big Shoe monsters seem to strike only on college campuses.
Well, I'm not a shrink. I'm an outdoorsman. But I think that, from what I can tell, this Big Shoe monster has a complex. Like, seems to have something in the past, like it was not accepted into college or got into the wrong fraternity or perhaps was snubbed on a date or something like that. I really don't know exactly what the situation is, although I do know that we found nests of what we believe to be the Big Shoes hangout, and there's like college beer mugs, fraternity beer mugs, college logo beer mugs, and a lot of John Belushi posters squirreled away in. I don't know, we haven't pieced it all together yet, but I'm sure that this has a very, very important part to play in our search.
Clearly, the red tennis shoe is the only real clue in the Big Shoe case. So we decided to ask a clerk in this shoe store, what sort of beast wears a shoe like this?
Well, you can tell a lot just from looking at shoes. This one here, I could figure the person who wore this shoe was a fairly sensitive dresser, very much concerned about his appearance, probably enjoys good music, Schubert. I would say, as a matter of fact, the person is a very good eater and just generally carries himself very well. You can tell all that kind of thing about a person just from looking at a shoe.
You can tell all that just from one red tennis shoe.
Look, I've been in this business for 40 years. It's my life. I know an awful lot about shoes, and as a matter of fact, yours are getting a little bit ratty here. Could I sell you a new pair of these? These are very attractive and very easy to run with. Very nice shoes.
So what have we learned from our investigation? Next to nothing, though certainly through no fault of mine. The fact of the matter is that this Big Shoe critter is a pretty tough cookie. Professional tracker Steve Moravets, he struck out. The Never Say Die UNI security officer, still thinking. And the campus remains under a siege of terror. So we're back to square one. 7 victims already, who knows how many more. For In Search Of, this is Lee Rigby saying, watch out. You may be next.